trouxe?
Eu abri uma ponte neural, Richard. Eu preciso saber o que aconteceu aqui. Você tem as informações da caixa preta, né? Consegue acessá-las pra mim?
Sim. Acredito que consigo.
Filtre apenas entradas relevantes.
Level S2 and above only. Employees and contracted workers with clearance levels below S2 found in possession of this report can expect immediate termination and subsequent legal process. It indicates confidential information that falls outside of your security clearance. Only by showing your worth to the Weyland-Yutani Corporation will this information become available. If you are viewing this report without level S2 authorization, immediately discontinue and contact corporate security, available at all times at... Please be advised some content may be omitted due to order.
Hello, Mr. Weyland. Hello. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Shaw. I'm an archaeologist. I have doctorates in paleontology, archaeology, human ethology, and metics. Do you feel that you never give us the answers we really want? What happens when we die? I believe there's a place where every one of those questions could be answered. I believe I know where that place is. And if you put your faith in me, Mr. Weyland, no one will ever feel alone again.
March of 2089, Doctors Elizabeth Shaw and Charlie Holloway approached Sir Peter Weyland with an incredible theory regarding the origin of man. They believed that they had discovered an ancient invitation calling man to a specific location in space to meet his creators. This theory was based on their extensive research into a series of ancient petroglyphs and cave paintings found all over planet Earth, each depicting a particular configuration of planet/planetoids with a giant humanoid pointing the arrangement out to smaller worshipful humanoids. The similarity of images found in disparate cultures separated by thousands of years inspired Drs. Shaw and Holloway to theorize an advanced and ancient race, the engineers of mankind. Disregarding recommendations from the company board, Sir Peter turned his considerable resources toward proving Shaw and Holloway's hypothesis, uncovering a correlating star map in the Zeta II Reticuli system. Prometheus, it may be remembered, was the Titan who dared to give humans the gift of fire and who was subsequently punished for his transgression.
I am your father.
Chained to a rock, his liver eaten each day by an eagle,
What is your name?
the organ regenerating every night to be torn out again the next day.
David.
In ancient Greece, the liver was thought to be the seat of human emotion. The US CSS Prometheus, at the time of its launch on August 2nd, 2091, was the most technologically advanced and expensive FTL drive exploration vehicle ever created. It was designed to carry its crew megaparsecs beyond KOI 2410, at that time the Weyland process world farthest from Earth, boasting 4 nuclear fission-powered ion plasma engines and an ionized plasma drive, both multi-terrain vehicles specifically designed for the mission. The ship could comfortably house 25. The actual number aboard in 2091 was 17, not including artificial person David 8, and was equipped with full chem and biolabs. The ship's destination was undisclosed to the general public, but she was in fact bound for a distant moon, LV-223. The ship's crew discovered what they believed to be an installation created by the engineers, later learning that it was an atmospheric processor built atop an enormous starship, one of a fleet housed beneath the surface of the planet. The survey team found recorded holographic images of the engineers that initially suggested that there were no living specimens aboard the ship. A number of corpses were found, however, and a physical remnant, the decapitated head of one of the beings, encased in a helmet, was discovered and taken back to Prometheus for examination. Carbon readings from the away team indicated that the alien bodies were over 2,000 years old. The ship discovered by the away team was a massive, FTL-capable space vessel, used and presumably designed by the engineers. The advanced technology employed by the engineers included holographic technology that our own engineers have not yet been able to replicate. The ships found on LV-223 and LV-426 both possessed massive cargo holds. The asymmetric design of the engineer vessels is likely a matter of function rather than form, but so little is known regarding these alien ships that even this fact is open to debate. Transmission from Meredith Vickers to private recipient via Comnet, 12/26/93. Dr. Holloway is dead. He was infected by some alien virus or bacterium, and he tried to come back aboard the Prometheus. There was no alternative. I told him to stand down, but he kept coming at me, forcing my hand. He begged me to kill him, and he was trying to break quarantine. There was nothing else I could do. No one supported my decision, but that's why I'm here, isn't it? To make the hard decisions. After a lifetime beyond brilliance, Sir Peter Weyland let the fear of his own mortality take over, to lead him on this fool's errand. Someone had to step up to manage his madness. I deserve better. I've earned better, but no one else was volunteering for the job. Weyland thinks he's found the cure for death. He's off to meet our makers now, convinced that he hasn't wasted his last days of life reaching for the impossible. No man is immortal, not even him, but he refuses to surrender. His claws are so deeply entrenched. I used to think it was me, that he didn't believe in my abilities. The simpler truth is that he won't let go because he can't. He can't comprehend that his magical special life is finally nearing its end, and he will cease to exist just like the rest of us. Did the engineers create us? Shaw and Holloway proved a connection, certainly, which I would have bet against. The real question is, though, does it matter? My father created me. If I was dying, I wouldn't crawl to him, begging for more life, like he's crawling now. Weyland is no longer fit to lead the company, and when he returns from his pointless journey to the engineer's ship, I will relieve him of his duties. No matter what he finds, it won't be what he wants. It never is. The Prometheus set out to find the giants theorized by Dr. Shaw and Holloway, to
discover whether or not these creatures could shed light on the origins of humans. Sir Peter sought to extend his life. Shaw and Holloway both hoped to meet these engineers to ask the questions that humans have long pondered. Why do we exist? What is our purpose? It is hard to clearly define what they discovered. Circumstantial evidence indicated that the engineers were related to humans. The DNA typing was conclusive, but the assumption that they created us may be fallacious. A case could easily be made that the engineers were our brothers rather than our makers, and that the pictographs highlighted by Shaw and Holloway were a warning to stay away from the area indicated. The nature of their cargo certainly makes a warning more likely than an invitation. It was at the very least presumptuous that the scientists and Sir Peter concluded otherwise. That is not to say that they were wrong. At this time, the company is not prepared to go on record with the data currently collated regarding the engineers and their role in the creation of humanity. The tragic loss of our founder and his heir marked the end of our company's first epoch. A golden era for humanity, but only the beginning for the company in the search for definitive answers. The Special Directive 900 sequence was programmed into every company's ship, an authorization to wake the crew to investigate any transmission of unknown or seemingly intelligent origin. The clause that requires company or company-contracted employees to investigate any such transmissions became standard in 2101.
The first recorded contact with Xenomorph XX-121. Contact recorded on LV-426 and the US CSS Nostromo. Warrant Officer Ellen Ripley is recorded as the lone survivor of this encounter.
Sound like any radio signal I've heard.
Maybe it's a voice.
We got an unexpected wake-up call. Yellow light. I spoke to Mother, and she's picked up a distress call, a repeating acoustical beacon from a nearby planetoid. Doesn't sound like any radio signal I've heard.
The Nostromo has landed on the surface of the planetoid the acoustical beacon is transmitting from. Dallas, Kane, and Lambert are making preparations to approach the beacon on foot. Surface structure is basalt, with traces of rhyolite and probable lava overlays. Atmosphere, inert nitrogen, A little oxygen and high levels of free CO2. Pressure reads at 10 to the 4th dynes per centimeter. Quite the storm raging out there.
Ash, can you see this?
Yes, I can. I've never seen anything like it.
Been dead a long time. Fossilized.
Ash, that transmission. Mother's deciphered part of it. It doesn't look like an SOS.
What is it?
Well, it looks like a warning. I'm gonna go out after them.
What's the point? I mean, by the time it takes to get there, they'll know if it's a warning or not.
Wait a minute, this movement seems to have life. Organic life.
This is Ash, Science Officer of the Nostromo. This is an official record in the ship's log of my actions today. A member of the crew was compromised by an unknown creature. I made the decision to allow him back on board without following established quarantine procedure. Looking at the bigger picture, I feel comfortable with this decision. It was a risk I was willing to take, and I will abide by whatever the company decides upon my return.
There's something loose on the ship. This unknown organism. It came out of Kane. We just ejected his body out into space. I don't know how Ash missed this thing on the medical scans. It would have been visible. Anyway, he's putting together some sort of tracking device to help us catch it, and Brett and Parker are rigging up something to drive it toward the airlock. But this should never have happened. This is why we have quarantine regulations. For this reason. Ripley, signing off.
Oh my God! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Lambert is gonna kill us! Lambert, for Christ's sake, get out of the way! Get out of the way, Lambert!
Lambert? Lambert! Parker! Parker? Lambert? Oh, God.
emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 5 minutes.
Okay, I can do this.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is
Lucky.
will detonate in T-minus 3 minutes.
Don't have long. Final report of the commercial starship Nostromo. Third officer reporting. The other members of the crew, Kane, Lambert, Parker, Brett, Ash, and Captain Dallas, are dead. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off. Added report. Personal message. This is for my daughter. Hi, Amanda. I'm recording this for you, my sweetheart, and I hope you get to hear it one day. You see, I got into trouble. My ship, there was an accident, sweetheart, and we found an alien creature. It was very dangerous, and the only way we could stop it was to destroy the ship. I'm okay. I'm stuck on this lifeboat, long way out. But we had to destroy the ship. We had to destroy the Nostromo. We just couldn't risk bringing that thing home with us. I needed to protect you. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. I'm sure I'll see you very soon. I love you, sweetheart.
So that every employee understands the nature of this invaluable resource, what follows is a somewhat simplified overview of the xenomorph's life cycle. First discovered by Executive Officer Kane in the cargo hold of a derelict alien ship on LV-426 in 2122, this initial stage of the xenomorph is roughly 1 meter in height, ovoid, and leathery, with 4 petal-like lips at the top. Like a reptile egg, the leathery shell requires a moist environment to replenish albumin and external heat to develop properly. Besides remarking on the humid heat of the cargo hold, Officer Kane also described a kind of field surrounding the eggs, consisting of a directed light and mist. It has been theorized that the eggs were in a kind of stasis field, dormant until triggered by a host large enough to accommodate an embryo. The Nostromo's away team did no carbon dating, so longevity speculations are questionable. However, the team noted that the alien ships seemed to have crashed or set down decades or possibly centuries before, and at least one of the eggs was still active in 2179 when an LV-426 colonist was implanted. While adult xenomorphs are remarkably resilient to extreme environmental conditions, the eggs appear to require a specific environment to remain viable. Xenomorph eggs incubate in a hot, humid environment. Executive Officer Kane described the derelict's hold as tropical. While they may appear dormant, all xenomorph eggs should be considered viable and dangerous. Immediate placement in stasis is highly recommended.
This is Lingard, Senior Medical Officer at Sevastopol Station. I want to state for the record. I have been placed under duress with regards to the compromised Patient Zero and Ransom, Season's head of operations. He made certain threats for my career and my certification. I want that on record. God.
Ripley? I'm Samuels. I work for the company. It's about your mother. We think we may have found her, Amanda. A commercial vessel, the Anesidora, has recovered what we believe to be the flight recorder unit of the Nostromo.
Where?
Zeta Reticula.
What did it tell you?
We don't know. The unit was taken to Sevastopol Station. It's proprietorial material, so the company wants it to be collected as soon as possible. Sevastopol's a supply depot in the region. It's a permanent free port
I know what it
facility.
is.
Transit's arranged. There's a courier ship called the Torrens heading out that way in 2 days. We're going to travel out.
We?
Me and another exec. And you, if you're willing. Can we see it?
Switch to monitors. Sevastopol Station.
Is that damage?
It looks like damage.
Punch up 74, tight angle.
Looks like the dry dock bay is screwed.
I can't bring the Torrens into that.
This is the commercial vessel Torrens out of St. Clair, registration number MSV7760, calling Sevastopol Traffic Control. We're carrying 3 passengers on a Weyland.
Yutani Bond, you're holding the Nostromo flight recorder unit. We request immediate permission to transfer the passengers portside over.
This Waits, Colonial Marshal, Sevastopol Station. Serious situation.
Hello, Marshal? Marshal, this is the Torrens. Say again? station's comms seem pretty screwed up, so I fitted Samuel's suit with a radio booster. I can only keep the Torrens in transit for 24 hours.
You'll have heard from us by then.
Safe trip.
Stand by. My contract doesn't cover bloody spacewalks. It's the only option, and it's perfectly safe if you do what I tell you.
Fuck happened here? My God, Ripley. You're doing good, Tim. Just keep moving! Taylor, Ripley, hold on! Samuels! Taylor! Respond! Anybody! Okay.
After the incident, the marshals want us to rope off medical. They're bringing in a team to find whatever it was the patient was carrying. I told them it was fast, but they're convinced they can trap it. They've got nets. I'll set up a temporary medical center outside. They forget themselves. People are turning on each other for food. For water. I cannot stay here. Voice anymore. I mean, don't drop by.
Stay still.
Okay. Okay.
Now, turn around. Come on!
I'm Ripley.
Where'd you come from? Ripley?
Off station. A ship.
There's no ships here!
There are now.
Well, that's good news. Because things are not so good here. Something flew just now. Rocked this whole place.
I saw it.
But lady, that's the least of our problems.
Yeah?
Yeah. Something's on this station. Something you wouldn't believe.
Like what?
A killer. You get it?
Okay. Okay. What's your name?
Axel.
I was boarding with 2 colleagues. EVA. We got separated by the blast. Can you help me find them?
Why?
Because you seem to know your way around.
No, I mean, why? What's in it for me?
A place on the ship.
How do I know I can trust you?
I need to find comms. I need to contact my ship.
this is your lucky day.
Report 9557. Still no lock-in. Ransom. What do you want? Not gonna offer me a drink? I'm busy, Ransom. What do you want? A lot of red on that wall. That's people. Every pen. Ouch. I've been thinking about what happened at the hospital. I can help save your pens if you're willing to listen. I don't need or want your help. Look, you don't want to panic. I get it. It's messy. Show me what you have on that thing. I have a lot of connections here. Smart, discreet people. I'm talking about catching the specimen without killing it. It could set us up for life. No deal. I won't risk any more blood on my hands. I find that creature instead. Tell me you weren't angling for a reward for Wayland Yutani flight recorder. Yeah, I know that's why you left them I don't know what it was, but I found it. Now it's killing me. It's killing everyone. I have to tell someone. It has to be right. I was so stupid, Ed. I should have stayed with you. I wish.
Been hunkered down here for a week now, waiting for a ship. Waiting for you, I guess. It can get pretty dark around here. You should take that flashlight over there. Make sure you're stocked up on batteries. Be careful not to flash it around. We don't want to get caught. Let's go.
Too late to have a different costume now. The woman died, Ransom. That's not a blip. Blip, pin, whatever. Maybe you know what my help? Or you come to me in the end.
Gotta hate this place. Can't trust anyone. Gotta make my own way.
Called a public meeting to address the rumors that have been circulating on Sevastopol. But instead of the answers we wanted, he continued to be evasive, and after only a few minutes, he and his team were pelted by projectiles from an angry crowd. A gun was fired, there was panic, and now, wait, what's left? Wait, it's
kids are doing right now.
What's the emergency? Someone else has been here.
Everyone,
Quietly.
stay alert. Keep your guns tight. Shoot anyone you don't know. Stick around while I check our stock.
You feel safe? I sure as hell
There
don't.
aren't too many of them to take on.
Take on?
We still got to get through there. The door at the end.
How?
Let's try a distraction. The generator. If that went down, they'd have to check it out. You're smaller than me. You'll make less noise.
Great.
Which one of you checked our supplies last?
I did. What's up?
You decide to help yourself a little?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Shit, what was that?
Get here now! Gut thieving son of a bitch!
Fuck.
Let's go. The others are on their way. We need to go! Now! Hey, you bastard! Move it! Shoot him! Shit, I think he's dead. They killed him. Come on!
You killed that guy!
Because he was going to kill me, you saved my life. This is about survival. Do you understand? Hear something? I hear something.
Axel?
Have I got on me?
listen to me. We've got to re-establish long-range communications.
You're becoming hysterical.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Tut, tut. Let's resolve this amicably.
What the hell? Two days after we left. You're kidding me. Sons of bitches. It isn't on the damn station. Samuels! You're alive! It's Ripley!
Ripley! Taylor, it's Ripley. We were getting worried.
I made it! Where are you?
We're at a transit station now. It's right by medical.
Okay. Samuels, listen to me. It's not safe here. Seegson's got this place locked tight. Their goddamn androids are killing people!
That's impossible. It's contrary to primary synthetic programming.
I've seen it, Samuels. I guess Seegson's got a different idea about synthetics. And there's something else here. A creature. It's big and it's lethal.
Ripley, slow down. A creature?
It's a life form. An unknown type. Some kind of alien organism. It's extremely dangerous. You and Taylor need to make...
Taylor is hurt. She was injured by debris during the crossing.
How bad?
I can't move her. I need medical supplies. We need to treat and pack the
And
injury.
the Torrens?
The radio is broken. I can't contact Verlaine. We're on our own.
Shit. Okay. I'll come to you. Keep your eyes open.
I'll send a transit car to you.
I sent you a clear directive not to land on station.
I told you we didn't hear your message. We understood you would be...
Hey!
Identify yourself.
Ripley. From the Torrens.
Relax, kid.
What the hell is going on here, Marshall? Where's the security forces?
You're looking at them.
I've seen the creature. What is it?
I don't know. Something brought here by Marlowe, the captain of the Anisadora.
The ship that found the flight recorder.
Is there anywhere safe left on this station? That creature's running around, and the Seegson synthetics are less than friendly.
Goddamn androids. Ripley. Taylor needs attention.
Medical's a no-go. We can't take her there.
We have a basic life support unit back at HQ.
Then let's go.
Let's hope this thing works.
It's an animal. Animals are afraid of fire.
I hope you're right.
I've got a plan to trap it. Take a transit car and meet Ricardo in the Systech Spire. I'll coordinate from here.
Ripley, you on your way?
Yeah.
Ricardo's moving in ahead of you. I've sent your guy Samuels to android processing. Once this thing's dead, I'm gonna get him to access Apollo and lift the lockdown.
Okay, enough already. Focus on what we're here for. I don't want any mistakes.
Something big.
Careful with what you touch. I don't want anything damaged.
It's amazing. How old must this be?
What is it? A cockpit?
I think this is a ship.
I think they found our payload.
Hey, quiet!
What? You think we're gonna wake him? Hey, sorry, pal.
Can it? We're wasting time. Have a look around.
No, it's a life form.
It was a life form. Now it's our property. Salvage rights.
We need to stake our claim before anyone else does.
And Isadora's not prepared for something this big.
Then we'll take what we can and come back. Have a look around, see what else is here.
Marlo, we found something. Tracks.
Tracks?
Looks like something was dragged. But that's not all. You're not gonna like this.
What is it?
The tracks lead here.
Same name that's on the flight recorder. Nostromo. Someone's already been here.
Maybe they abandoned ship and landed here.
I can see that. Shit.
If they were here before us, why is there no record of this place?
Well, if they're still alive, there goes our salvage.
Let's find out. I'll find the beacon and shut it off. Don't want anybody else finding this place. Foster, Heist, check out the cavern below. what happened, but the beacon stopped broadcasting.
Marlowe, you have got to see this. It's amazing.
On my way.
This place just keeps on giving. Here, strap yourself in.
Destroy the nest.
Ripley, you've put yourself in enough danger today.
I can power up all the cores, overload them, and then initiate a reactor purge. It'll destroy everything down there.
Look, I'm not trying to persuade you out of this, Rip. I'd just like it if you didn't die.
I'm sorry, Ricardo.
Just get back to the Marshal Bureau, Rick. Please. Wait, Rip, something weird's happening.
You think?
I need you to get to medical, now. The reactor purge. It's resetting systems across Sevastopol. Lights, transit, maybe even communications. I think this is our big chance. Just go, now. We might not have much time. I'm heading down to comms.
a human.
Out of range. Not sure how much longer the thing's gonna last. How much longer the thing's gonna last.
I tried to save Father. Brought up as fast as possible. Broke all the rules, getting to the shore. That was stupid, Edmund. Stupid. You don't beat this thing, Ripley. You can. All you can do is refuse to engage. You gotta wipe out every trace, destroy any clue, stop this infection from spreading, make sure there's no chance of the human race ever making contact with it again. Because the moment it makes contact, it's won. The company's never gonna know what happened here. Nobody is. I won't allow it.
Added report. Personal message. This is for my daughter. Hi, Amanda. I'm recording this for you, my sweetheart. And I hope you get to hear it one day.
Oh my God.
Now you understand. I'm going to overload the fusion reactor.
That'll turn the reactor into a goddamn nuke. You'll destroy the ship and the station.
It will annihilate every trace of that creature. Ripley, it's the only way. I can't let it live. And I'm not letting the company have it, or they'll just start the whole thing over again.
Listen to me! We don't have to do this!
Stop! Stop it, Marlo!
Marlo, please.
You heard what your mother did. She understood. If she was here, she'd be helping me. You think she would want company suits knowing the zip code of that creature? No one must know.
There are still people alive on the station! Marlo!
Foster's not. She was my wife. I loved her. And I killed her.
I think it was too late. He set it going. He set it going!
Taylor, I'll stop the overload. You have to help me. Go to that console. Okay, you're doing good, Taylor. Now switch the maintenance terminal from auto to manual. Do you see it?
I can't find it!
It'll be there, Taylor. Trust me. That's it.
Fusion reactor overload suppressed. Safety limiters restored.
Verlaine, I'm on my way up to the bridge. Verlaine?
Torrance! I'm untethered! Moving away at orientation 090. Mark 020. I need a lifeboat. Do you copy? Verlaine! Connor! Is there anyone there? Shit! Fuck! Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Amanda Ripley, cargo ship Torrance. I am in orbit, extravehicular, no propulsion, around planet KG-348, Zeta Reticuli system. Orbital path is equatorial, synchronous with space station Sevastopol. Be advised, Sevastopol station is now destroyed. I'm gonna keep broadcasting on this link. Hope someone intercepts. I'll try to stay awake. Keep talking until I can't. Okay. Captain Verlaine's status is unconfirmed. First Mate Connor, unconfirmed. I'm still alive. I'm approaching the beacon. On current trajectory, I'm going to overshoot it and probably impact some of that debris. Hope my propulsion is back on. Here goes nothing. Come on. Piece of shit. Yes. Okay. Fuel is sufficient for one more push. One more. Okay. On the count of 3. 2. No. It's... They're in some kind of stasis. Hibernating. How long can we survive out here? Okay, options. Shit. Down, burn up in the atmosphere. Out there, nothing. There, beacon. Lots of aliens. You couldn't kill her. But you won't kill me.
Hi, Amanda. I got into trouble. There was an accident. We found an alien creature. It was very dangerous. We had to destroy the Nostromo. We just couldn't risk bringing that thing home with us. I need to protect you.
This is Ripley. Last survivor. Signing off. Let's go for a walk. I'm on course. Maybe high. Shit. Okay. 100 meters. 50.
I got into trouble. My ship... There was an accident, sweetheart, and, we found an alien creature. It was very dangerous.
The nymph stage of the xenomorph grows inside a host body. Current and best theories suggest that the embryo borrows from the host genome even as it is being implanted, incorporating the host genetic material into its own makeup. Combined with the immunosuppressive chemicals released by the facehugger, this further protects the organism from the host's natural defenses. As it grows from embryo to nymph, the organism begins to take on the traits of its host while maintaining its own genetic intent. Its skin is pale and translucent. From collected scans, we see the inner pharyngeal jaws of the adult forming within 1 hour of implantation. The xenomorph matures rapidly, reaching its adult size within hours. From Ellen Ripley's deposition in 2179, it got big, fast. It shed its skin like a snake. We thought it would still be the same size as it was when it hatched from Kane, but it grew. We found one of its skins while we were searching. Please note there were no records on the growth process from Hadley's Hope. From the serpent-like creature that erupted from Kane's chest, until Ellen Ripley forcibly ejected it from the shuttle Narcissus, the xenomorph grew considerably. Ripley described the final, presumed adult stage she witnessed. Drones and the Queen are capable of secreting a substance not unlike the webbing of a spider, a proteinaceous silk that hardens upon drying. Images of hosts encased or partially encased in resin from LV-426 show that, like spider silk, hardened resin is relatively elastic while maintaining exceptional strength. The Hadley's Hope's hive's walls were literally dripping with this resin. It seems likely that the xenomorphs were adapting the environment to better accommodate the hive, but data from the Auriga suggests that territorial marking may also have been at play. the apex of xenomorph evolution, the Queen has been shown to be stronger, smarter, and more vicious than the drones under her rule. The Queen stands between 4 and 5 meters tall and bears a crested crown measuring nearly 2 meters wide at the top. Like the drone, she has a second inner set of jaws and a muscular barbed tail used for defense. The Queen also has a secondary pair of thoracic limbs. The Xenomorph Queen is much larger than the drones and exhibits exceptional strength. Attendant workers assist the Gravity Queen, as her movements are limited by her connection to a reproductive system, an external oviduct and ovipositor. The benefits of this external system are obvious, as the Queen can willfully disengage from the system as needed. Or alternately, that a drone xenomorph is capable of becoming a queen. Data supports obligate parthenogenesis, that is, that the xenomorph reproduces exclusively through asexual means. But until adult specimens of XX121 can be properly studied, it is impossible to further classify the full means or method of reproduction. Parallels have been drawn between the xenomorph and a number of species, including wasps, spiders, ants, termites, lizards, and frogs. In fact, xenomorph XX121 reflects traits of all these organisms. Understanding the value of the xenomorph is vital, but to fully comprehend the importance of its connection to the company, it behooves every executive to remember our roots. The name Weyland-Yutani is synonymous with innovation and progress. Our commitment to studying the alien is based not only on financial gain, but upon maintaining the reputation that the company has earned through its unerring dedication to the advancement of humanity.
Bad dreams again? You want something to help you sleep?
No. I've slept enough.
When Ellen Ripley returned to humanity after 57 years in hypersleep, she was able to provide the company with detailed information regarding her encounter with the xenomorph XX121 creature. Her accounts were invaluable to the company, as very little information was able to be retrieved from the Nostromo, and Ripley was, of course, the sole survivor of the incident. Shortly after Ripley's deposition, Burke ordered a search of these coordinates, resulting in the derelict's discovery by the Jordan family and the subsequent xenomorph outbreak within the Hadley's Hope colony. When the time came for the USCM to investigate, the company was much better prepared to document any and all evidence of the xenomorph XX121 specimen. During the time that Ripley slept, the company, and therefore humanity, flourished. In an era of mega-corporations, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation was dominant, holding better than 93% of all government contracts by the late 2150s, including processing, military applications, cybernetics, medical advances, and social maintenance. Atmospheric processors, now streamlined to be smaller and faster, were dispatched to more than 40 worlds. Among them, the moon identified as LV-426, one of 3 orbiting a gas giant. Unofficially renamed Acheron in 2157 by the first terraforming team to land, led by Curtis Hadley and co-funded by the Extrasolar Colonization Administration, there was effectively no sign of the derelict ship discovered in 2122 by the Nostromo's crew. The derelict ship's signal was never heard again, possibly as a result of violent volcanic activity at some time in the late 2120s. What could still be seen of the ship by 2157 was believed to be part of the Ilium Mountain Range, nearly 30 kilometers from the terraformers' compound. The Colonial Marines, under the command of Lieutenant Gorman, with civilian advisors Carter J. Burke and Ellen Ripley, reached LV-426 in July 2179 to check on the terraformers' colony.
All right, people, on the ready line.
All we know is that there's still no contact with the colony. A xenomorph may be involved.
It's a bug hunt. I hope you're right. I really do.
How can
can they impound it if they don't know about
Movement! What's the position? Can't lock in. They're all around us, man. They're closing.
Me. Just like they'll know that you were responsible for the deaths of 157 colonists. You sent them to that ship.
You're wrong.
I just checked the colony log. Directive dated 6/12/79, signed Burke, Carter J. You sent them out there and didn't even warn them. Why didn't you warn them, Burke? People are dead, Burke! Don't you have any idea what you've done here? Warn them that they nail you right to the wall. You're not gonna squeeze your way out of this. Right to the wall.
Colonists had in fact come into contact with the xenomorph species. For a period of nearly 4 weeks, all had been slaughtered or taken for implantation, with the exception of a single child, Rebecca Jordan, ID 83025. Rebecca was known affectionately as Newt by teachers and family.
Our unit has suffered immense casualties on LV-426 and requests immediate assistance aboard the USS Sulaco. Of the survivors, myself, 2 human females, one of which is a child, and a damaged synthetic. Consider all Colonial Marines dispatched to LV-426.
Floor is yours, sir.
We're all Colonial Marines here. I wake up in the morning thanking baby Jesus for every day I'm in the Corps. So I'm gonna be good goddamned if I let Wayland Yutani take that away from me. Now we don't have an FTL ship to get all of us back off planet, but they do. How long we got before the last boat
comes in tonight. We're packing up for good. Take this ship or we don't leave.
I have 63 active United States Colonial Marines. And we're gonna take that facility. And then we're gonna take that ship. And we're gonna get everything we can to take this company and Michael Wayland down for all the shit they put us through and taken from us. Rude on ash.
Bishop, consegue localizar alguma possível mensagem da minha mãe?
Sim. Mas creio que você não deva ouvir essa mensagem, Lud.
Eu preciso, Bishop.
Newt, não chore, querida. Quando essa mensagem chegar até você, será minha voz sussurrando ao seu lado. Seja forte, meu amor. Agora permaneça de pé. Sempre que você se lembrar de mim, eu estarei ao seu lado, sussurrando o seu coração. Newt. Amo você, Newt. Amo você, minha filha.
Bishop, você...
Sim. Não lhe contei a verdade. Sintéticos também sentem. Não seríamos humanos o suficiente se não tivéssemos a capacidade de sentir. Eu entendo sua dor, Newt. Newt. Sinto dor. Me deixe ir.
Obrigada, Bishop.
Think hard. Make sure you don't leave anything out. I've told you everything I know. Are you completely sure? I don't know where the message is. Get the bag off the other one. How are your faculties, Corporal?
Welcome to Freya's Prospect. Weyland-Yutani's garden amongst the stars. We manufacture the data grids, starships, and hypersleep systems that make the galaxy a smaller, friendlier place. Sometimes home can seem so far away. But the Weyland-Yutani Corporation is here to accompany you on the journey towards a brighter tomorrow. Weyland-Yutani. Building better worlds.
Final report of the commercial starship Nostromo. Third officer reporting. The other members of the crew: Kane, Lambert, Parker, Brett, Ash, and Captain Dallas are dead. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley. Last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off.